I want to introduce to you our first speaker. She's actually been in my mastermind. This is the second year. So every speaker that we have today, this is a little bit different. Every other Unstoppable event, I've had speakers like John Gordon, Renee Rodriguez. Some of these women, it's their first time on stage. Some of them are sitting in the audience. But we have some incredible speakers with incredible stories. Monica Connolly has been in the mastermind for a couple of years. She is an incredible health coach, health and wellness coach. I'm here. We're here. Okay, I know it's time to stop. See, she's got the alarm. It's time for me to stop. Okay, I will make this introduction. So Monica has been speaking. She's done her own events. She's doing her retreats. She's an incredible lady. I am going to let her tell her story because her transformation in every way is incredible, mentally, spiritually, physically. So let's give a huge welcome to Monica Connolly. Where is she? Monica! There she is.
You've got this. You have been hiding behind these walls for long enough. You hid for so long, you almost forgot who you used to be. Do you remember who you were before you started hiding? If that question resonated for you, you are not alone, because you can be successful, capable, admired, and still feel like a prisoner inside your own life. No locked doors, no guards, just invisible chains. Chains made of shame, chains made of expectations, and the belief that your worth has to be earned. Many women carry these chains, and for many, it's invisible. You never see it. I want to be honest with you guys because you came here for honesty and authenticity and real truth. I had a whole talk, motivational speech I wanted to give you guys. And as I stood backstage, I realized you're here because you want to hear our stories. That is what changes your lives. So I'm going to tell you my story, a condensed version. My story started 2 years ago in a room like this, and my chains were heavy. I didn't recognize myself. I was very successful at my job. I looked from the outside like everything was fine. That's our favorite word. I'm fine, everything's fine. But inside, I didn't know who I was anymore. And I walked into a room and I saw women and I said, that's amazing. I want to do that. I want to be able to speak my truth. I want to be able to help other women. And that is where my journey began. I started speaking to women. I started coaching women. I did all of these things and realized I was still carrying those chains. And I realized I had to fix my mind before I could fix my body. Because you see, my body was in really bad shape. I remember saying one day, if I keep living the way that I am, it's going to kill me. I knew it was true. My body had been telling me that for years, and I had chosen to ignore it. I was living in survival mode. I had severe hypervigilance. I had racing heart all the time. And I started really simply. I started with a walk on a treadmill. And I started listening to my very first podcast. And I listened to a podcast because I needed something going into my mind that was different than what I was living. And I just kept walking. Not perfectly, not every day, but I slowly got more and more and more steps in. And over time, those small steps added up to 170-pound weight loss. And what people didn't see prior to that was the weight I was carrying had nothing to do with the number on the scale. It was the shame. It was the constant belief that my worth had to be earned. Those are always much heavier on your body than what we want to believe. So I continued my journey. And I'll be honest with you, I'm terrified of public speaking. I have been on 14 stages in the last 8, not even 2 years. And I am still terrified every time because I think you still always have that little fear that you're going to be judged. And so part of the last few months for me was overcoming that. I had done the things. I had the highly rated podcast. I had the best-selling book. I had the coaching business. I had all of the things that are supposed to make you happy, that are supposed to be what success looks like. But I was still hiding the parts of my life that were disappointing. And when you can get to a point in your life where you just rip that Band-Aid off and you show it for everyone, you're going to find the people that needed to hear that, the people that needed to see that, who are where you were. Because your pain, the pain in life that you've gone through, it was never meant to end with you. Your pain was to help you so that you can help someone else. So a little bit of my backstory: was married for a very long time. I have 2 amazing kids. And again, my life looked perfect from the outside. So I would love to have you guys think about something in your life that maybe you are disappointed in, or maybe you have some shame around. And think about ways that you can just uncover it a little, unbury it a little, let it start coming out, start having honest conversations about it. You know, so many times we don't like to have those honest conversations because, again, we feel like we're going to be judged. And so finding a circle of women that you can have those conversations with is absolutely life-changing. If you do not have a circle like that, you absolutely need to connect with the women that you find in this room, and you need to get in those circles. The women that are in this room are the women that are going to lift you up. They're going to let you cry for a little bit, like 5 minutes, and after that, it's going to be okay. Now get back up and go do what we know you can do. Go do what you were put on this earth to do. Because you all have a purpose. You all were put on this earth for a purpose. You may not know what that purpose is yet, but that's what life is about, is finding what that purpose is. Find whatever it is that makes you passionate. Find those things that you love to do, that you can sit and do for hours and the time goes by and you don't even realize. Allow yourself permission to do those things without worrying about how you are going to be judged. I have a friend who has been very, very quiet about a part of her life for like 15 years. She never shared some of the interests that she had, and she's recently started sharing some of those things publicly with her name attached to it. And when you are leading a public life, that's very scary because, again, it's, am I going to scare people away? Am I going to lose jobs because of it? How is it going to affect my personal life? And it's been amazing to see how, because she's talking about it, even though it's subjects that some people really find taboo, she's talking about it, and you're seeing conversations start about it. So when you start talking about things that you're passionate about or you're interested in, even if you're like, well, is somebody going to think I'm weird because of this? You are giving someone else permission to have those conversations. I want to leave you with this. I know that a lot of you can see your reflection in this mirror. The woman who has the power to break your chains is the one looking back at you. You were never lost. You were just buried. That is how the woman heals. That is how your body heals. And that is how you will rise. Because you were made for more. Thank you very much.